Erie News Now Sunrise crew, David, Kara. A little Brady Bunch action here on this Tuesday as we try to keep everybody safe through the pandemic. And that's kind of the focus of this discussion this morning. We're day 2 now into these lifted holiday season restrictions, indoor dining, gyms, casinos, school sports. And we're asking which of those you're most looking forward to getting back to. So, yeah, we'd love to hear your comments on that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people just like to go out to dinner and perhaps, get a night away from the house. I'm looking forward to getting back to the gym in a couple of weeks. Getting back into that routine.
Looking forward to getting back to the gym. That might be pushing it. Knowing that I need to get back to the gym, that might be a little
there
more
is a difference.
So, yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
And David, still looking fairly quiet out there in regards to the forecast. We haven't seen really much of our snow numbers change a whole lot over the last couple of days. And it seems like most of that Christmas snow is gone. It's melted away.
Yeah, it's just some mounds left over after the plows went through. But yeah, for the next couple of days, we'll have temperatures pretty seasonable overall today, middle 30s. Great conditions, some freezing drizzle possible, but I don't see that as being any sort of major concern. We'll have a few scattered snowflakes out there for today. And again, for the next couple of days, the weather pattern kind of repeating itself, or at least the weather for today repeating itself. But we try to get some sunshine towards the weekend. And so we're at least quiet through next Monday. So we'll have to see after that. Because once we get into the second half of January, everyone waits for the shoe to drop. So we'll see if that ends up happening.
Dave, a couple of years ago, I got you a coffee cup that said Dreary Erie.
Yes.
And it's kind of, that describes it. The past couple of days, it's just been gray. It's been wet. It's kind of nasty.
And we were talking about in the newsroom that it's not, you do the dog walk forecast every day. It's horrible time for the dogs. They just can't get any playtime unless you're willing to let, Fido turn into a giant ball of mud. It seems like.
Right. Yeah. And that's the big problem. Even if you go on a short walk, obviously the street's still a little wet. The grass is just, lawns are just swamps across the area. So yeah, it's hard to really get outside and enjoy much of anything if you can, but I know folks would rather have this weather stretch than, snow every other day. We got our white Christmas, so I think people are relatively happy.
Yeah, you can job done. A couple people jumping on and saying hello. Maya says morning. And we got Gary says he wants to go to the gym with 2 exclamation points, Gary. Take it easy. No, I'm kidding. That's awesome. You've got that much enthusiasm to double up on the exclamation points, but I'm more of Adam. The gym, no punctuation, no period.
You got to do it. Got to get that heart rate up, but not running there. Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, and again, we're asking what are the lifted restrictions you're most looking forward to getting back to. And David says, going out to the original breakfast place over at East 38th and McClellan. Yeah, they got the one on McClellan, and they got the one over on Peach Street as well. So I've been to and love them both. So, yeah, I can see wanting to get back to the original breakfast place. I love places where you can go and order breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, you have lunch in a to-go container to go home because the portion sizes are so.
Or you just eat it all. Or you
can be David and set some sort of a Kobayashi record by eating all of it, right?
And I think breakfast is a little bit hard to do to go. I think, you have to kind of prepare for the to-go order. The breakfast is something you kind of want right when you wake up. So I think that's a little bit difficult for those places. A lot of breakfast lovers, luckily, looking forward to dining in again. We were talking about early this morning how the casinos actually reopening their doors today. Those restrictions did lift yesterday, but the casino waiting until today to reopen. So if you're a gambler and looking to get back inside, Presque Isle Downs Casino will be open at 4:00 this afternoon.
Yeah, I wonder how much I know that a lot of the gambling options are available, in various forms these days. So I'm wondering how much of an impact it's having on the casino. You got to figure it's substantial.
I would think so. Yeah.
For people to be able to physically sit there and, play the slots or whatever. But they'll, again, looking to get back to that with all those, safety measures in place at 4:00 this afternoon up on Route 97.
All I know how to play is the quarter slots, but I'm even afraid of that. Like I hate losing money, and that's all I've ever done at casinos. But normally it's not more than like $20.
I'm not a big gambler. I would just rather take that money and and
Well, we
spend
mentioned,
it,
I
not
know you had
chance
pointed
it.
out, you're my social media pipeline, Kara. You tell me, you pass along all the greatest memes and lines that people drop on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. And weren't you the one you told me about the drive-up service at the casino, right? Wasn't a meme about that?
Yeah, drive-up service. We'll be happy to take your $200 through
Come
our
up
drive-thru
right up to your
window.
car, take your money, and go back. Keep yourself safe.
Yeah, we'll be happy to take your money in our drive-through or something along those lines.
You don't even have to go inside. I'm not kidding, casino. But
Yeah.
so let's see who else we got. A couple of folks just saying good morning.
Good morning to Stasha.
Yeah, Stasha and Andrea as well. But I mentioned I drove by Panos on West 38th Street yesterday mid-morning, slightly, maybe early lunchtime, and seemed like they had a good crowd of folks making their way in there. So yeah, hopefully, because obviously these businesses, as we've detailed so many times in the morning on Erie News Now Sunrise, they need those indoor dining dollars really to survive.
Yeah, we were talking to Panos Restaurant a lot over the holidays about their struggles, and they were saying they really didn't, want a whole lot of government money. They just wanted to open and serve customers like they always had. They were also getting pretty creative with some of those to-go meals for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, trying to cater to people's needs over the holidays. So yeah, they were pretty outspoken about wanting to get back to work, and were able to do that yesterday. Another big story that we're watching is, of course, those runoff races down in Georgia today. The president-elect, both down in Georgia yesterday. So that just really shows the significance of these two races. And they say that they believe they're going to be so close that we probably will not have definitive results of these races coming up tonight.
But we will be keeping our eye on that, and obviously we'll be live for you tomorrow morning with the very latest on all of it and where it goes from there. But so much attention on Georgia here over the last couple of days, and certainly today. And then, of course, it all kind of shifts into that certification of the Electoral College vote tomorrow. All things that we'll be keeping our eyes on in the morning show. So
this is an interesting comment coming in from Stasha. Do you see this? She says she works at
she's
Country
a Coke
Fair.
Fair worker. Yeah, I saw that.
And she says a lot of people are buying more scratch-offs since the casino had closed. That makes sense.
Yes.
Interesting. My husband's a big fan of the scratch-offs, so I got him a couple scratch-offs just to stick in the stocking. This is proof of how lucky my husband is. He won $200.
Nobody ever wins on those stocking stuffer scratch-offs. Come on.
It's like, oh, I should have kept that one for myself.
Well, that's the thing. If you give a scratch off and you win a large sum of money, like, do you have to give some back to that person?
To the gifter?
Yeah.
I mean, I think if it's like significant, like over $1,000, I think, yeah, you
Yeah.
should probably give a little bit back. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have like a little contract attached to the scratch off.
A pre-scratch.
I can't give scratch off
Pre-scratch.
people because that would be my luck. That would be my luck. They would win like large amount of money.
Read the small print if David's giving you a gift.
Yeah.
FYI.
Actually, no, I'll make it large print so that you know, and so you can't possibly miss it.
Oh, gosh.
Now we know.
Got this comment from Patty who says she's just happy to be going back to work and hopes the casino never has to close again. So I'm assuming that is Patty's place of employment. But yeah, it is going to be good news to see the casino back. And any business, any sense of getting anywhere closer to normal is certainly welcome. And I think we can all agree on the fact that we just don't want to see those restrictions come back ever again. So
Yeah.
No, we can only head up. Like, I think things are going to be a lot. It's going to be tough the next few months, but I think we're heading for greener pastures ahead.
Hopefully so. Yeah. That vaccination effort continues to roll out slowly than I think expected. But yeah, that's continuing even across our area. More nursing homes getting doses of those vaccines and starting to vaccinate their residents.
yeah, starting hearing good.
All right,
Over in my New
good.
Year's resolution.
What's that?
What was that, David?
I just discovered my New Year's resolution. It's to eat healthier. I've got my two bananas here.
Ah, Mark was saying
Yeah.
we're gonna turn to the banana.
Yeah,
I think we're all that's
going bananas here in 2021, no doubt.
Yeah, eat healthy.
It is. It could be a similar situation in folks at home, and within your family or within your office place. Everybody gets back from holiday break, and they just feel stuffed.
Yeah.
Fat. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So
The problem is I have such a sweet tooth, and when you have leftover Christmas cookies, like, I tell myself don't eat them, but I see them and I'm like, I'm gonna eat them.
It's hard to
They're
do.
there.
It is hard to do.
Let's see. Stacy's looking to get back to the movies. Again, Tinseltown, I believe, reopens on Friday. There's a couple new movies floating around out there. So, good stuff there. Stacy wants to get back. And then Bill is saying vaccine before the casino. And I would imagine a lot of folks are in that same boat looking to really, to get those one, or if it's 2 shots with some of those vaccines, to get that completely done before I think things can really turn the corner, so to speak. So
Potentially so.
we appreciate everybody's comments and thoughts. And we're all, again, I think in agreement that we don't want to see those restrictions returned. That's the one thing that everybody can certainly concur on. So
Yeah. Well, have a great Tuesday, everybody. And thanks for tuning in to our coffee chat.